Storm signals are now up over several areas in the country as Agaton intensifies into a tropical storm. Pampanga turns pink with an estimated 220,000 supporters showing up for the Lenny Kiko rally. Meanwhile, thousands of Marcos supporters attended the Uniteam's grand rally in Tacloban. In sports, Ateneo and UP topped the UAAP men's basketball rankings after the first round of eliminations. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your weekend. I'm Riza Diaz. Agaton has intensified into a tropical storm moving over the waters of eastern Samar. As of 5 in the morning today, Pag-asa announced that the center of Agaton is located over the coast of Guian, Samar, with winds extending over 220 kilometers from the center. Now, the storm is also bringing maximum sustained winds of 65 kilometers per hour and is moving west-northwestward at 10 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, the tropical cyclone with international name Malakas is still outside the Philippine area of responsibility at around 1,815 kilometers east of Mindanao. It's expected to reach typhoon status and enter PAR by Monday before exiting PAR on Tuesday. Pag-asa also added that Malakas may influence the movement and development of Agaton. Storm signal number 2 is now raised over areas in eastern Samar, including Guian, Mercedes, and Salcedo, as well as Marabot in southern Samar. Residents of these areas should expect gale force winds within 24 hours. Meanwhile, signal number 1, signifying strong winds over the next 36 hours, is raised over the rest of Samar, Biliran, Leyte, and Camotes Islands. After a massive grand rally in Pangasinan, presidential aspirant Vice President Leni Robredo and her running mate, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, held another pink rally in Pampanga. An estimated 220,000 Kapampangan Kakampinks flocked to Robinson Star Mills open field. Speaking to the crowd, the Vice President said the true power in the Maypoles is wielded by the united masses and that their presence in the rally is not for the love of Robredo, but for the love of the country. Meanwhile, thousands of Marcos supporters attended Bongbong Marcos's grand rally in Tacloban. Marcos's running mate, Sara Duterte, was absent during the sortie. Still, the tandem secured the endorsement of the Petilla clan, one of the most prominent and politically influential families in Leyte. Leyte is expected to be a stronghold for the Marcoses as he won by over 160,000 votes against Vice President Leni Robredo during the 2016 vice presidential race. And Isko Moreno assures that he will protect the OFWs as absentee voting draws near. During his second-day campaigning in Cebu, Moreno announced that if elected, he will make sure that integration programs will be available for returning OFWs. He added that workers abroad will be given utmost care and that he will work on having bilateral and labor agreement with other countries.
We must sign a bilateral agreement, labor agreement, especially sa Saudi, to protect our OFW, and we must sign any other agreement also for undocumented Filipino abroad workers to have the same benefits at the very least.
Motorists could expect another round of cuts in the prices of petroleum products in the coming week. In its fuel price forecast for April 12 to 18, Unioil Petroleum Philippines said prices per liter of diesel may roll back by 20 centavos to 30 centavos. Gasoline prices, meanwhile, may go down by 90 centavos to 1 peso per liter. This follows the minimal price decrease last week after the United States released oil from the country's strategic petroleum reserve. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The UAAP Season 84 men's basketball wrapped up its first round after last night's action-packed quadruple header. Now, the NU Bulldogs crushed the UE Red Warriors 76-61, leaving UE still winless and NU with a 4-3 win-loss record. Meanwhile, the De La Salle Green Archers rallied past the Adamson Falcons 61-58. This puts La Salle at third place with 5 wins and 2 losses, while Adamson is still at 1-6. The Ateneo Blue Eagles completes its sweep of the first round after winning against USD Growling Tigers 91-80. This leaves the Tigers at 6th place with 2 wins and 5 losses. And finally, the UP Fighting Maroons stretched their winning streak to 6 games after cleanly beating FEU 83-76. This puts UP at solo second spot with a 6-1 standing, while FEU dropped to 5th place with 3-4. The Maharlika Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League has inked a partnership with Signal as the games are set to open this month. Marty Bautista with a story.
The country's local league has found its new home court. Starting April 25, Signal will be airing the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, or MPBL. Signal, 1PH, and MPBL officially signed the partnership last night. MPBL founder and boxing legend Manny Pacquiao said that they chose Signal because they understood what the league stood for.
Ang different ng liga na ito ay liga ng bawat Pilipino. Nandun pa rin yung homegrown at home and away. May game din sa kanilang mga lugar. Ayun nga, bumabiyahe ang MPBL sa iba't ibang lugar ng Pilipinas.
About 18 teams are expected to participate in the upcoming MPBL season, each representing a local municipality in the country. The 4th season of the MPBL is set to start on April 25, with the opening games expected to be held in Batangas. Live audience will be permitted, but for those who will stay at home, Signal will air the games every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
Residents of Shanghai and China are scrambling for food amid supply shortages caused by an extended lockdown due to a surge in COVID-19 cases. This Bloomberg Quick Take shows us how residents ensure or endure the sweeping lockdown.
I'm here in my apartment in Shanghai in the last day, supposed last day of my lockdown, but it looks like it's going to be extended. And my biggest concern right now is food. I'm running short of everything, and I want to give you a little peek inside my refrigerator. It may not look so bad, but I got to tell you, a lot of stuff is pretty old. Got milk here. The expiration date is April 1st. The bread's expiration date is March 30th. And today is April 6th. Thank God I still have a little bit of wine because I think I'm going to need it. So the biggest concern right now for a lot of people is how to get food. For us, we have to order online through this one grocery app called Ding Dong My Chai. Basically in the evening, usually after 9 p.m., you go into the app and see what's available. And as you can see, a lot of fruit, meat, and vegetables already gone. The big problem seems to be we can't get groceries delivered to our apartment because there's a lack of drivers delivering food in general because of the lockdown. The number of cases continues to rise in Shanghai and Jilin province. Both areas are struggling with the economic and personal ramifications of the lockdowns, with food shortages, a lack of medical care, and shuttered manufacturing plants bringing misery to residents. Shanghai remains the hotspot for the current flare-up, despite indefinitely extending a sweeping lockdown of its 25 million people. Originally intended to be carried out in 2 parts, the rising number of infections led to a continuation of the restrictions in the eastern portion of the city that were initially expected to be lifted last week. So one question that I'm getting asked is why didn't I stock up on more food? Well, first is we were told that my phase of the lockdown would last from Friday through Tuesday, and it's already Wednesday. Didn't know that it was going to be extended. Obviously, I could have gotten more meat and vegetables, but even before the lockdown, it was kind of hard to find. I still have a lot of instant noodles, Spam, and the odd carrot.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 9 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.